Hi guys, welcome. I'm Jenna, and it is Sydney Grace Sunday. This was created by Becca Joe, the makeup tax lady here on YouTube. I'm going to link all her information down in the description box. And as you saw, we are duping the Smolder palette from Cosmic Beauty. So I'm going to go through and we're going to swatch, and I'm going to let you know what each shade is. And then I'm going to put up some more swatches in different light. And then we're going to go and do two looks. So let's get to it. So the first shade is Swoon, and it's from Ensley Rain's Snow Moon palette, and it's Frosted Glow. The next one is Shy, and this is from an Earthly's Gargoyle palette, and it's Gothic Grace. I hope it's Grace. I can't read my handwriting. The next one is for Intimate, and this is from Sydney Grace, their new palette, Cozy Cafe, and it's Raspberry Lemon Muffin. The next one is for Flushed, and it's from Sydney Grace, and it's Back to School. The next one is for Embers, and it's from Ensley Rain, Cold Moon, and it's Aura. The next one is for Kindle, and it's from Sydney Grace. It's My Savior, and it's the light version. Pretty much my skin tone color there. All right, I built it up just a little bit more there. The next one is for Allure, and this is Sydney Grace Coffee Cake. The next one is for Allure, and it's from Sydney Grace, and it's Coffee Cake. Okay, let's see. This one is what did I just say this one was? Okay, let me start this over on this row. This is Kendall, Sydney Grace, My Savior Light. The shimmer is Allure, Sydney Grace Coffee Cake. Slow Burn, Sydney Grace Tippy Taupe. So I don't know how I got lost there, but I'm not surprised. The next one is Charmed, and this is from Ensley Rain's. This is from their Light in Your Eyes palette, and it's Eyes That Light Up. That was a mouthful. Very, very beautiful, though. Wow, that's stunning. This is for Sultry, and it's Sydney Grace Enjoy the Ride. This one is Smolder, and it's Sydney Grace Secret Garden. I'm trying to fit all, there's 20, and I'm trying to fit them all on here. The next one is for Ashes, and it's Sydney Grace Desert Bloom palette, and it's Midnight Dunes. And that is such a beautiful, rich brown. The next one is Flirty, and it's from Sydney Grace Desert Bloom palette, and it's Frozen Canyon. This one is for Sensual, and it's from the Sydney Grace Heaven on Earth, and it's Voyager. This one is for Magnetism, and it's from Ensley Rain, the Lands of Enchantment, and it's True Essence. This one is Spontaneous, and it's Sydney Grace Cooler Weather. This one's for Ignite, and it's from Ensley Rain, and it's from Lands of Enchantment. It's Lumeria. This one is Charisma, and it's from Ensley Rain's Cold Moon, and it's Winter Solstice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all on. This one is Perfect Match, and it's from Unearthly's Spring Magic, and it's Clouds. It's a close call here. And the last one is Chemistry, and it's from Sydney Grace from their Cozy Cafe, and it's Black Coffee. All right, let's see if we can squeeze this in here. We'll have some better we'll have better swatches up in just a second, guys. Those are the ones that I picked. I'm curious if you guys picked up the Smolder palette from Cosmic Beauty. Do the swatches look similar to theirs? I'm just really curious. But we're going to go on now. I'm going to put up swatches in different lights so you guys can see them. And then we're going to go on and do 2 looks.
See here, kid. You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bang it. Knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well,
All right, I've tried to pin my hair back. Unfortunately, one of my clips broke, and I know I have more around here somewhere. They showed up like a couple of months ago and then were here for a few days and disappeared. So I have no idea where they're at. So hopefully it stays out of the way. All right, I got this in New Grace EO3, and we're going into Shine. Oh, that was very, very bright. All right, this blue is really calling to me, so I'm going to tap into Spontaneous. All right, we have a dilemma. I'm trying to decide whether to tap into this. It's like a blue, like a navy blue kind of forest green mixture, or the black. I'm kind of thinking to try this. I'm just hoping it's not too green. So I'm going to go into Sensual with the Dose of Colors brush. All right, now I'm going to go into Perfect Match. All right, now I got a fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap into Swoon, and I'm going to spray it. All right, now I'm going to go and finish up the lower lash line. All right, I want to go in with the Rephr 28, and I want to tap into Magnetism, and I'm going to spray it. I just want to see how that would look. Yeah. For blush, I'm going to go in with Cure Royale from RMS. Then I'm going to go with Pink Sky from Tarte. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, it's the final look. I really love the way this turned out. It turned out very icy. But so far, I'm really loving this color story. I love that they have like these 2 light shades in there. And then I use this one. I really want to use that one too, but we're going to do a different color look on the next look. Let me tell you what I finished off with. For the lower lash line, I went in with Baby Peak from Moya Cosmetics. Went in with Curious from Essence for lip liner. Also went in with Cafe from Unearthly. Then I went in with Stone from Dose of Colors. And then topped it with Twilight Whispers from Unearthly. All right, guys, I'm excited to see how the next look turns out, so let's check it out. All right, guys, I had to go order me some hair clips because this just, it's not it. It's just not it, so. All right, I want to say before we get started on the next look, I just posted my eyeshadow primer showdown using the Thank Me Later from Elizabeth Mott, and you guys loved it that I showed you guys all kinds of different palettes that you could get a similar look with. I'm going to try to remember to do that, and I want to go back to the blue look and show you some palettes that I have that you could get a similar look with. So the first one is Unearthly's Spring Magic. And I'm actually even using, yeah, this one's Clouds. When I did the look, clouds would have been the one that I put in. It had like it looked white, but it has like a hint of what's a I don't want to say turquoise, maybe turquoise, but kind of like these shades in there. Very beautiful. So if you have this, I think you could definitely get a similar look. You got this shade here, and then I would go in with that one, and then deepen it up with that. This is very pretty. It's distracting me. Wow. And then you go in with this clouds, and then it doesn't have like a white shadow for the front, so you can always just go into another palette, or maybe just go in with some white. Maybe that's what I would do. Okay, so I would start out with the shade, and then I would go into these two, and then I would put this in the inner corner and bring it into like the inner third, and then I would go with clouds over the white and that, and it won't give you the exact look up in the front, but it'd be very close, and I think it'd be very pretty. Next one from Unearthly is the Gargoyle palette. I love this palette. I love it. So I would go in probably very lightly with this, and then that blue. I would probably deepen it up either with this blue, or what is this one? Oh no, that's a navy blue. I thought it was black. I thought that was empty at first. Yeah, this dark blue, and then this one. Yeah, this one I'm actually using in the dupe palette right now. So but yeah, you can definitely get a similar look with this one. That should just I gotta leave this one out. I gotta use this palette soon. And I have a couple of Sydney Grace. The first one is Heaven on Earth. I'm actually using this one in the dupe, but you definitely got like these browns and then the blue. I think that's what Voyager. That's the one I deepened it up with yesterday. And then this one is very, very close to the shimmer that I used. You can kind of see it has like a little bit of that hint of turquoise in there. So the next one is Tropicolor from Sydney Grace. And we got some browns. You could even like this has like a little hint of shimmer in it, but I don't think that's enough to really give it much thing. I would just kind of mix those for the transition. Probably go in with this one and that one, and I'm not really sure about a shimmer in this one though. That's one thing about this palette is there's not a whole lot of light shimmers. They're mainly like medium tone shimmers. They're very beautiful, but I would probably just tap into a different one for a shimmer, or use maybe like something like this one. This one, oh, that's very pretty. The next palette is from Inslee Rain, and it's the Glow palette. Super easy, guys. Look at that one. You can probably go in with this gray or even this pink. That's beautiful. And then you got these two to choose from. And you got shimmers, any shimmer. Turn out great. And last one's from Inslee Rain, and it's Lands of Enchantment. Have you guys seen on Instagram? They finally told us that the next release is going to be Lands of Enchantment Remastered. So I'm kind of curious. When I'm filming, I haven't got to see the inside of it yet. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same, just upgraded. I'm sure it's going to be spectacular, and I'll definitely pick it up eventually. But since I have this one, I don't know. I think the Adept one is going to be higher on my list. I'm going to go on a little rant right now, so you might want to fast forward until I pick this back up. You guys, the Adept EBE palette is back in stock if anybody's interested in it, but I want to go check. And then I used I didn't order it yet, but I was going to use Patty Alonso's code when I do, and with the code $80 after shipping. I'm just like, that's a lot of money. That is a boatload of money. I just can't believe prices are outrageous, you guys. It's outrageous. So, anyways, back to the blue look. For I think I would probably just go in with one of these pinks, that blue, and then I would deepen it up with this. And then, which one is it? This one is so gorgeous. Look at that. It's like, can we get it on there? It's almost like an electric blue. Let's see if I can swatch it on here. It's look so good. And then I think this one is a pink. Oh, and that's green. Yeah, that has like a green hint, so that would work well. That one's pink, and then that's electric blue. But you have all these other shimmers, so I think it would just look so pretty with whatever you pick. All right, on to today's look. For today's look, I think I want to come in with some of these browns, and then I think I'm going to deep it up with the burgundy, and then I think I'm going to go in with the gold. And I've been looking, and I don't know what I'm going to use for an inner corner because this I don't feel like this color really goes with that one very well. And then this one has like that bluish turquoise tint to it, so I might have to just tap into something else. So it's kind of a bummer. I don't really want to do an all pink look. I went in with the pinks. I mean, I could go in maybe with this rose gold or the blues, but I already used the blues. So I think that's what we're going to do. Browns with the burgundy. And I love the burgundy and the gold together. So, all right, so I'm going to tap into Kindle first. And I'm using the Sydney Grace. What is the EO3? All right, that gave us a little wash of color. I'm going to go with the same brush into Slow Burn. And then I'm just going to tap it down here and bring it to the top. That is very pigmented. I don't have my sultry palette anymore from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but if I remember correctly, this palette's kind of giving me those vibes. I know they had like a lot of cool tone browns. I believe there was a burgundy in there. I'm pretty positive there was a gold shimmer. All right, I'm trying to decide. I forgot I was going into flushed anyway, so let's go to Dose of Colors into flushed. I hope I didn't deepen it up too much and it shows. Oh, yeah, it's showing a little. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's pretty. So I think I'm going to bring it in just a little bit more though so that burgundy shows. All right, now I'm going to go into Charmed. And then we'll see how this is looking and if we want to change anything up. Yeah, I probably will use this for the inner corner highlight also. So I'm just going to take it in there when I don't have a whole lot left on my finger. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, I'm going to go in with the Refer 28, and I want to tap into a little bit of Shy, and then a little bit of Flushed. Start out with Shy, and then I'll add if it doesn't look right. Okay, I think this one's flirty. I'm going to try this one instead. It's not quite looking how I want it to. All right, I'm not really feeling the lower lash line, so I'm going to go in with Slow Burn with a smudger brush. And then it's just these light. These are just so light. I guess I'm gonna have to tap into this one and then this one a little bit. I'm afraid it's gonna make it a little too dark or darker than I want it. But it is called the Smolder palette, isn't it? All right, I think I'm just gonna go in with some cream blush today. This is Exothermic from Phytosurgeon. I haven't used this in so long. I hope it's still good. Looks like it is. Oh yeah. There, what was it? Is it a bronzer? Yeah, I think it's a bronzer. So pretty. But I went to use it the other day. It's like way too light for me right now. But the formula on the bronzer is different than the blush, and it feels like it's drying out so bad. I think if I like take my finger and rub the top of it off, it'll probably work okay. But I don't know. Just don't really like having to do that. Okay. It's very pretty though. It has a nice glow to it. All right, I think I'm going to try Max Blush Baby. I hope it doesn't make it patchy. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I love the way it came out. I will say I don't do sultry often. Grungy, earthy, smoky, yes, but and a sultry just feels so unfamiliar. All right, let me tell you what I finished off with, and then we're going to go over some palettes where you could get a similar look with this. For the outer corner, I went in with Plum from Persona. For the rest of the lower lash line, I went in with Ivory from Melt. Went in with BFF and BFF2 from ColourPop for lip liners. Went in with Manila from Ofra. And topped it with Ginger Blonde from Lorac. So as I said earlier, I think the Sultry palette, if my memory is correct, I think that would be a really good dupe for this eye look. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here on the screen. But I also have the Gargoyle palette from Unearthly. Again, we have these brown tones in here, this beautiful burgundy, and this beautiful gold. I think that would be so, so pretty. I have to come in and use this one. I miss this one. One of my top favorite palettes in my collection. Now the one Not Normal from Unearthly. Here we got some browns in here. We have like a burgundy up there. And then we got a nice gold. From City Grace, I have the Tiny Marvels palette. Got some beautiful browns, a burgundy, and oh my goodness. Is this Fire Butt? Yes, it is. Fire Butts, excuse me. Oh, yeah, it's stunning. That is stunning. Another one I need to use. Another one is the Be Mine palette from Cindy Grace. Well, browns, burgundy, and that beautiful gold. From Inslee Rain, the Light in Your Eyes palette. Got some nice cool tone browns. We have the burgundy, and then I think, yeah, the gold I used today. Yeah, right here. What is this one? Eyes That Light Up. That was the gold that I used today. And last, I have Secret Garden from Bella Beauty Bar. We got some browns. This one is like a deep brown, but you can actually see it. It does have a little bit of burgundy in it. And then you have like these. If you want to go for more of like a funky gold type of shimmer, I think that would be so pretty also. All right, I love this color story. I think it was so fun. I really love the blue eye look that I did. I love the browns in here. I didn't really get to use the pinks too much, but I did have a lot of fun. If you guys picked this palette up, let me know how you're liking it. And then next week's Sydney Grace, I'll be using this BYOP palette. It's going to be the last Sunday of the month. And then I will also be letting you guys know what I plan to do for September's BYOP. So I hope to see you there. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.